Good morning, my dear students. Today we will discuss about sorting materials into groups. That is chemistry lesson 4. In this chapter, we will discuss about why we group things. Why we group things, and then we will discuss about what is classification, and the third is properties of materials. So these are the three topics that we are going to discuss in this chapter. Moving on to the first topic, that is why we group things. Why we group things? We group things to avoid confusion and to make our work systematic. So when I say systematic, it means well arranged. Suppose, let's say we are going to a grocery shop. In kutel hin bazara alu kg khat to dinga isol to chu na ahile dukan ihun to chu ale dukana ichi ting ya hun alu atuma mun khana ko iwa pias atuma mun khana ki ko ya abanting le ginger mun khana atuma ki ko ya jo si chu atum tuma hoita erin sa bolwa akoi tu chuna ichite banga chu thil chu ai ga chi ting le chun alu kg khat apo ki ting le chun alu umna a chu chi diu alu ho chu hin then pi diu chi teng le alu kg kha hin ki lo hi dan chu thil ho chu ane ki kol tu da tale alu pias ginger ki ti ho chu mun khanin alom changin an tale dukana ichi teng le dukan ne pa ko ma chu alu kg kha ei tu ti tale he ga chi ding mun tin zo si a phe le ding ginger alo wale garlic pias chu hola chu alu zo si chu ki halgam ta ai le alu ha chu khatna an thendo de pha jong asu lu ban te le e ho jong om dan chu kino ta thil khat choi ga chu yang chu alu a hol na lama khana lu na lam lama chu pha jong tam pi ru ta so hi chu ho the bang confusion ho avoid bol na ding and to make our work well arranged hi chu ho hum theina dinga chu we group things. Okay, so we group things to avoid confusion and so that we can make our work systematic. And the next we have what is classification. Classification means grouping of things. Grouping of things is called classification. And when I say grouping means we are putting things in different groups or in classes based on their characteristic. Okay, and why we need to classify things? Why we need to classify things? Because, like I said, it helps us to organize things in such a way that it is easy to find. It is easy to find them. Example alu cho bazara ichi to chuna alu ho chu anaki koi tu da taleo pias garlic ginger ho to anaki hal khom taleo thil cho ichi ting leo chun pha jong su lu ting aban ting le hol pan jong kg kha jong hinglo an hol do mai thei na. So we need to classify things because it helps us to organize things in such a way that it is easy to find them. Okay, and the second point is to allow the systematic study of things. So now we know that we group things to avoid confusion, right? And we classify things to help us organize the things in such a way that it is easier for us to find them. Okay, now let us see the properties of materials. We have 6 properties. The first one is texture. The second one is luster. Third, hardness. Fourth, we have softness. 5, state. And 6, transparency. So these are the 6 properties of materials. Texture. Like I said, texture means How a materials feel when we touch. We have two types, rough and smooth. Thing pung aba tao te lo le. The stem of a tree, okay. Smooth lo pitch na. Ham hand hun bet na itham thing le. That is an example of rough surface, okay. And then next we have bukong me po ho ko. Ham bet but nam. Ham lo pi na. Ita male nal thechna, smooth thechna. So that is an example of smooth surface. Luster. Luster means property of a substance to shine. Example like gold, silver, copper, and all these are used to make jewelry since they have the property to shine. Hardness and softness. First, let us discuss about hardness. Hardness means something which is very hard to break. Example like stone. Stone hu na khot na choi vin lang ti khun kang chiling ga mi ko leo chun ke ken hung ki so den ki so hi ve na. So hardness means something which is very hard to break. Softness. Softness means a material that can be easily stretched or compressed. Let us take an example of cotton. Cotton hu ikut na ichoi ting le nó khot na ga choi vin lang me leo chu na me thei pai je niu chu na aban ting le neu cha cha jong ki la do thei ki chu na. But in case of stone song chu ikut na ime le ki me goi thei lo pi chu na. So there is a difference between hardness and softness. State. There are three states of matter. That is solid, liquid, and gas. Solid, they have a definite shape and occupy definite volume. And liquid, they occupy volume but they do not have specific shape. Gas, neither have definite shape nor definite volume. Transparency. Transparency means property associated with light. We have three types: transparent, opaque, and translucent. Transparent are those that allow light to pass through them. Example, we have glass. Torchlight khat hin ki choi vin lang glass hu kho sa leo chu ki block hi ve ta na light chu ki mu thei di chu na. And then we have opaque. Opaque does not allow light to pass through it. Example is wood. And then translucent. Translucent means object which partially allow light to pass through them. One common example is X-ray film. In this chapter, we know that grouping things is necessary to avoid confusion. And then it helps us to organize things in such a way that it is easy to find them. And then we discuss about the 6 properties, that is texture, luster, hardness and softness, state, and the last one is transparency. Assignment. What do you mean by classification? Why do we need to classify things? Explain with examples, rough and smooth surfaces. And the last one is explain in brief the 6 properties of materials. Thank you.